For Victims and Villains, my name is Josh, and today we are jumping into the genre-bending movie that is They Will Kill You. On a journey of reconciliation, one sister trying to reconnect with another sister must face off against a devil-worshipping cult. Boy howdy, this movie is a fun time from start to absolute finish, and I have nothing but praises to sing for this movie. Now, I will say probably one of my only nitpicks about this movie is the way that some of the CGI shots look, but kind of with these smaller budget released by bigger studios like New Line, it's easily forgivable when a movie is as enjoyable as They Will Kill You. Zazie Beetz, absolutely incredible. My biggest question walking away from this movie is why did it take so long to give her a starring role like Asia Reeves? Like, she is just absolutely commanding and dominating in this role. And I want to see more performances from her like this one. The action in this movie, top tier, top of the line. This movie feels like a marriage between old school kung fu movies from the 60s and the 70s, mixed with some really stylized, more modern day action entries like John Wick and Nobody. I think when we talk about slow motion in more modern day films, especially entries into the action genre, a lot of it sometimes can feel oversaturated or that it's used simply more for style than it is substance. Whereas here, I feel like it definitely serves a stylistic purpose, but it's used in a very subtle way. I also really love the camera fluidity here. When we talk about how this movie pays homage to a lot of those kind of karate or kung fu movies of the 60s and the 70s, is very much the way that certain camera angles or the way that the camera kind of flows throughout certain action scenes feels very almost nostalgic if you kind of grew up on movies like that. I talked earlier about how this movie really does feel almost kind of like a genre-bending experience where largely it definitely feels like it has a lot of those action and kung fu roots in it, but it also has a little bit of this like horror twist to it that I really felt like was refreshing, and it kind of balances all of those genres extremely well. Fight sequences here are absolutely top tier and probably will be one of the best choreographed movies of this year. The way this film makes you laugh is really surprising. It really took me off guard, the way that some of the comedy hit within this film. Now, not all the jokes didn't necessarily land for me. However, I will say that when these jokes hit, they do hit hard, and they are very entertaining, and they're also complemented with some pretty awesome gags sometimes as well. When we talk about the fight sequences, we talk about the comedy, we have to talk about the gags. The way that this movie has that little bit of a horror edge to it. The way the death sequence in this movie are superb. They're so freaking good. This movie is paced absolutely perfectly well. I love the way that this movie kind of throws you in right from the very opening frames and really kind of brings you to the edge of your seat. And every time it kind of allows you to relax a little bit, it kind of draws you right back to the edge of your seat just a little bit more, and it kind of feels really refreshing in that way. This movie is just a lot of fun. I don't know how else to say it. It's a great freaking movie. Let's get into the Rorschach rating scale. I'm going to go ahead and give They Will Kill You a 4.5 out of 5. This movie, incredible. From start until freaking finish, this movie has a way of just feeling refreshing in so many ways. The way that it's shot, the way that the fights are choreographed. Zazie Beetz, absolutely impeccable actress. Bring her, give her more stuff that is very, very much in the vein of this. Let me see her blossom in her career. This is an incredible performance here. And the way that this movie also blends genres, paying homage to the past while also feeling very modern day, is a thing of masterful storytelling. If you guys have had a chance to see They Will Kill You, what did you think? Comment below and let me know. But if you guys haven't, check out in the show notes below. You guys will find links to our check out where it's playing in your local area. In those show notes below, you guys will also find links to our social media, more movie reviews like this, and links to our podcast network, as well as that subscribe button. We'll be digging back into They Will Kill You next week, talking about the mental health of this film and what it teaches us. But if you or someone you know is currently struggling with suicide, addiction, self-harm, and depression, please click the links in our show notes below to check out our mental health resource library. Until next time, remember to keep it classy, keep it spooky. Have a great night.